Hey, readers.
Good morning.
Good morning from beautiful Creed, Colorado, in the Rocky Mountains. We are here to share our books for this month's consideration list. And we're just going to do it real quick. My brother in law, Roby, is on the back side of the camera, and he's agreed to help us out with videotaping. So we're going to run
Check
over
him
these.
out on his website.
Oh, yes.
Roby's Workshop.
With the apostrophe.
With the apostrophe for Roby because he owns that workshop.
Yeah, give
On
him,
YouTube.
Give him a like on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to go through these real quick. This one is Betty, and this was the one that I kind of thought sounded the best, but I'm beginning to change my mind having read just a few paragraphs. So we'll see what happens.
So it was good when it was only the title.
Right. And I like the cover. When she was going the legal limit, she looked over at him and asked what the hell had happened. I'd rather just go home and not talk about it, he said. He saw coal dust on the car door. He became aware of how dirty he was, and he leaned forward as if trying to save the seat. I want to know what the hell happened, she said. Ain't nothing new, Alka. Same old shit. Excuse my French. He told about how from his first days at the mines, the other men would not call him Landon. They called him things like Tonto and Featherhead. Other names too, he said, looking up toward his forehead. He spoke more about how the men refused to ride in the shaft elevators with him. Get inside with old Landon Carpenter and you'll get yourself scalped. So that is Betty by Tiffany McDaniel.
And I am sight reading, so it may not go well. I am reading 3 Days in June by Ann Tyler. Here's the cover. It looks good. Looks very relaxing. People don't tap their watches anymore. Have you noticed? Standard wristwatches. I'm talking about. Remember how people used to tap them? My father, for instance, his watch was a Timex with a face as big as a 50-cent piece. And whenever my mother kept him waiting, he would frown down at it, give it a tap, implying, I suppose now, can this possibly be correct? Could it really be this late? But when I was a little girl, I imagined he was trying to make time move faster, to bring my mother before us instantly, already wearing her coat like someone in a speeded up movie. And that doesn't give you a lot to work with, but that is 3 Days in June. But there were no curse words.
Show off. Okay, that's your book. I'll do the next one. This one looks good to me. The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. I had selected page 33 just because 33 is the best number in the world. This is chapter 5, Martha. Working as a housekeeper for a woman of advancing years with serious delusions of grandeur was not where I had seen myself ending up. But I kept telling myself that this was a stopgap just until I got things sorted, whatever that meant. After a couple of days, I found myself quickly settling into a routine. I realized, then that it was exactly what I needed, for I was still in shock. Unlike the movies, you don't just leave your home, your marriage, and everything you knew and simply start a new life. There's a bit in between when you're just breathing, like a drowning man who clings to a rock. You know you're alive, you can move, even speak, but something's missing. I kind of like that one. The Lost Bookshop, Evie Woods. I like the cover too.
Of course.
And no
Let's do the
cursing.
books. And no cursing. Not Quite by the Book by Julie Hatcher. And page 33. A rear door overlooked a brick patio, and I knew exactly where I'd spend my morning sipping tea, I can't read, and overseeing my future garden. Forget falling back in time. I'd landed on my best dream. I fetched my list of personal goals from my purse and attached it to the refrigerator with a single available magnet. An ad for the Village Books. Journal, read. Number 2, read. Number 3, write poetry. Number 4, connect with myself. Number 5, bake. Number 6, garden. Number 7, embrace the solitude. Number 8, become my best Emily. Number 9, be happy. Number 10, give up on love. My heart grew heavy as I read the last line. It wouldn't be easy to let go of something I'd wanted so badly for so long, but it was the reason I was here. None of those sound like me.
They sound like me,
Doesn't
don't
have
they?
drink, wine, and scrapbook. So this is not quite by the book, and it is by Julie Hatcher.
Okay. Oh, I'm done with this one. Whoops. Okay, The Strange Case of Jane O. Karen Thompson Walker. Not so crazy about that cover. Page
Don't judge a
33.
book by its cover.
That's true. Let me see, where was I thinking I would start? Oh, as I would explain, as I would later explain to the detective, this was the moment at which I became truly concerned about Jane's ongoing relationship with reality. Uh-oh, this sounds like me. Years of work in this field have given me a keen ear for the sound of a patient whose mind may have departed from shared ground. Delusions of grandeur, especially beliefs that one has superhuman abilities, are a common symptom of certain kinds of mental illness. I've always remembered things that other people forget, she said. A new picture of Jane was emerging. Some form of psychosis might explain all of her symptoms. The hallucination, her memory loss on the day she was found in the park, and also this new contradictory conviction. After all, here was a patient who had recently experienced a serious and still unexplained memory lapse, but who was suddenly claiming to be in possession of the opposite, a memory without a flaw. Doesn't go together, huh? Okay, Strange Case of Jane O. And that is Karen Thompson Walker. And I was unable to get one book, The Rivers, let me see, The Rivers Merge?
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Yeah, The Rivers Merge or something like that, Where the Rivers Merge. Anyway, it's one of the bestsellers on new books all over the place, and my library didn't have it yet. But check that one out on Goodreads or Amazon, see if that's the
Check it
one you
out.
want to vote for. So,
I will say, probably the most impressive part of this video is she read those without reading glasses, and she's older than I am. So just put that out there.
but did
Okay.
I read the right words?
Well, we'll never know.
Maybe I made up my own story. Thank you, Roby, for helping us. Thank you, Valerie, for doing this with me. Come read with me.
This
We're
is the way
anxious
our
to see-
mama
Oh,
waved,
yeah.
and we're sending her and our daddy off to the heavens with their ashes.
Yep, tomorrow's the day.
Love
Think a
you.
good thought for us. Love you
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.